Oh Lord, don't leave me like this. Oh Lord, don't leave me like this. God bless you. This is Nathaniel Pratt from the Bahamas with your word for today. Today our text finds us in Jonah chapter 2, verses 1 through verses 8. In these verses we read the account of Jonah when he was thrown into the sea and he was swallowed by this big whale or this big fish. And the Bible records in those verses 1 through verses 8 of the second chapter of Jonah, Jonah's prayer to the Lord. And as I look at Jonah's prayer, I can just hear him summing his whole prayer up in the phrase, "Oh Lord, don't leave me like this." We must understand, my friends, that Jonah was in the belly of this whale by reason of his disobedience and his rebellion to God. But in spite of his disobedience and his rebellion, Jonah recognized the past blessings of God, and he yet prayed to God in spite of the trouble he was in. I want to say to you, a lot of times the problems we confront, it is because of our own disobedience. It is because of our own rebellion. It is because we have turned away from God. But Jonah had enough sense to pray to God even after he had disobeyed and rebelled against God's instructions to him. You know the story. God instructed Jonah to go down to Nineveh to preach and warn the people concerning him. But Jonah got on a boat to Tarshish, heading in the other direction, running away from God, running away from the assignment. How many of us have run away from the assignment of God? How many of us have turned a deaf ear to the strict instructions and the direct instructions the Lord has given us? And now we have found ourselves in problems after problems, dilemma after dilemma, crisis after crisis. Why? Because we have disobeyed the voice of God. But Jonah in his problems cried to God. Even in Psalm 40, I can hear David saying, "Oh God, don't leave me like this." In Psalm 40, the Bible declares that David said, "In my distress, I cried to God, and he heard me and delivered me out of an horrible pit." I want to say to you, it doesn't matter the pit you're in. If you can have enough sense to cry to God in the midst of the distress you're in, my God will deliver you. Oh God, don't leave me like this. Jonah cried to God. God heard him. And Jonah said, "Out of the belly of hell I cried." Sometimes the situations that we're in, we consider it to be hell. I hear persons use the phrase often that have been to hell and back. The problems that they were in were so bad that they considered it to be hell. But even as Jonah considered that belly of that fish to be hell, he, as far as he was concerned, he was near death. He was good as dead because of the dilemma and the distress and the problems that he was in. And some of you, when you consider your problem, you consider yourself basically dead, as though there is no hope, there is no future. But as Jonah prayed and cried to God, I want to entreat with you, cry to God, and God will not leave you like this. Oh Lord, don't leave me like this. Jonah cried, and God delivered him. God rescued him out of hell. God rescued him out of the belly of that whale, and my God will rescue you. Cry out to this God, "Oh God, don't leave me like this."